Well, that's the view from my front porch swing. That's what I look at. I don't have too many neighbors. All right, I've shown y'all my backyard a lot, but I'm gonna be grilling on the back patio today, actually smoking in the barrel house smoker and using the BBQcan for some low-carb meatloaf. It is raining and storming and going to get worse, but the weather will not stop the grill thrill. Hey, I'm Big Lou BBQue, and other things I want to do, and let me tell you what I've got going on for you. Today we are going to do a smoked barbecue meatloaf. Oh yeah, not only that, it's going to be a low-carb meatloaf. A lot of people are doing these low-carb diets and things now, keto diets, Atkins diets, whatever. I kind of like bread. Most meatloaf has breadcrumbs in it, but we're doing a low-carb one. So what are we going to substitute instead of the meatloaf? Pork rinds. Got these pork rind pellets. Now you can fry these up, but they also work well in the microwave. I'll show you how to do that too. And so we're going to pop up some of these pork rind pellets, crush them all up, mix them in the meat with the other stuff. Now, check this out. You can make a meatloaf on just about any kind of grill. Usually use those meatloaf pans. Well, look what I'm gonna use. I got the BBQcan. You can check it out at allaboutbbq.com or at bbqcan.com. Barrel House is distributing them. So I'm gonna go ahead and cook it in the Barrel House, but you can use this on any grill. It's the universal BBQcan. Look, I just pulled it out of the box, but I wasn't on camera. Look, it comes out of the box like that, all right? That's what's in the box. Now check this out. You can lay it down on any grill you want. Just lock it in place like this, all right? You can hang it in your drum smoker, in your barrel grill. You can hang it in any kind of grill that got room to hang it in. Like if maybe you got room in like your horizontal barrel grill or an offset smoker or something, you can stand it, you can lay it, and check this out. It's got holes right there and right there. Now you may notice the holes are offset. That's because if you've got a rotisserie, you can put a rotisserie through it, all right? And guess what it does? It'll rotate like that so that it's constantly mixing up whatever you have in here. Shrimp, nuts, little small vegetables, stuff that you'd normally be stringing on kebabs. Just open it up and put it in here. All right? Let me show you how big this thing is, just a moment. All right, sorry about that. There's BBQcan, there's a roll of paper towels. Not quite as big as a roll of paper towels, but very close. So you're supposed to be able to get 4 pounds of meat in here. We're gonna use about 3 to 3.5 pounds of ground chuck, fresh ground chuck. And doesn't have a lot of fat in that ground chuck, so it won't drip too much, all right? I'm gonna stuff it all in here, and I'm gonna hang it in the Barrel House today. But look for me using this on a lot of different grills, okay? If you got like a kettle or something, you just lay it on its side. If you're cooking shrimp or something, fajita pieces or something like that, you'll just go in every few minutes, give it a shake, shake it up. You're wondering what's rattling in there? Instructions. Wow. I showed you the almond recipe. Got a great recipe for smoked almonds. I'm gonna have to try that. There's your instructions, all right? bbqcan.com. Thanks to the folks at Barrel House. They sent it to me to try out, and we're gonna try it out with low-carb meatloaf on Big Lou BBQ. All right, we're gonna use celery, green onion, regular white onion, or yellow onion, something. Roma tomato, any tomato. This pepper, I recommend using a bell pepper. I don't know what kind of pepper this is. I think maybe a pepperoncino or a banana pepper. It came out of a friend of mine's garden. He told me what kind of pepper it was, but he didn't say banana pepper, I don't believe. It's some kind of cousin of it. It's a mild pepper. Use a bell pepper if you have one. I have this one, so I'm using it. Mushroom. Mushrooms are low in carbs. A couple, 3 cloves of garlic. Egg. I got 5 pounds of ground chuck. I'm going to use about 3.5 pounds of that. Pork rind pellets. We'll make some pork rinds in the microwave. They look like that right there. We'll pop them in the microwave. Pit sticks and barbecue rub. Hot and spicy ketchup. Maybe a few other things. All right, time to run my vegetables through the food processor, which is a cleaver and that wooden chopping board. Got the white onion chopped up, the green onion, now the mushroom. And I chop this all up kind of coarse. I like to look at the little pieces in my meatloaf. If you want it chopped finer, hey, use an electric food processor. You know, you smash the garlic, you peel the garlic, get it chopped up, all right? And then I'm going to go with the celery and the chili pepper thing there. I don't remember what kind it is. It's some variety of a banana pepper. It's mild, a lot like a bell pepper, and I would suggest just using a bell pepper. I normally do in meatloaf. But I had this one from my friend's garden, and it came out pretty good in that. All right, chopped up the celery. Now the tomato I peeled. I put it in hot water and peeled it. All right, the pork rinds are done in the microwave. I have a video on how to do that. It works out well in the microwave if you use it in a bag. They don't work out well in the microwave on a plate, but they work well in a bag, all right? And so anyway, the bag ripped, and I had to dump it all out and start crushing it with a meat cleaver. And my daughter wants to play piano here too, so you'll hear that in a minute. So I turned the sound off and we continue on. Look, to mix all this up, I flatten the meat out. You can mix the meat in a bowl if you want to, but I just have an easier time mixing it with that. That's that Heinz hot and spicy ketchup. It's got Tabasco sauce already in it. You know, back in the day, we had to mix our Tabasco sauce with the ketchup, but now in the 21st century, we got fancy stuff. That's a dark molasses barbecue sauce I'm putting on there right there as well. It's made not too far from me. I really like it. It's got a real thick, sweet molasses taste to it. I add an egg in. I should have added 2 right here. I thought better of it later and add another egg in. Probably should have put 3. All right, here goes the vegetables, and then the pork rind crumbs, which I'm using as a filler. And that's probably why I should have used 3 eggs, because the pork rind crumbs, unlike breadcrumbs, don't have starch, so it didn't help to bind the meatloaf together like breadcrumbs will. But it did help to fill it, and it gave it a great taste. I really liked it, so it was a good option for a low-carb meatloaf. But I go to mix it up and realize I forgot to put the seasoning in, so I take my glove off, grab the seasoning can, which is that Cajun Pit Sticks Mesquite barbecue rub. I should have used some Cajun Creole seasoning, either the stuff I make or the stuff from Cajun Pit Sticks, and put that in there because it wasn't quite salty enough for me, but the barbecue rub did give it a good flavor along with the barbecue sauce. There's that extra egg. I continue to mix all this up, and then we just pack it into the barbecue can. I just packed it in there, didn't have to form it or anything. It all fit, put the lid on it, and we're ready to go out for the grill thrill, all right? Now, what I'm going to use is the Kingsford Hickory. It was on sale, so I don't have to use any wood chips. I lit it the standard way, filled up the basket, took a third out, put it in the chimney, lit it up, got the thing up to temp, and then I dropped that in there. There is a small pan of water down below to use as a drip pan to keep most of these meatloaf drippings off the coals, because meatloaf will drip a lot, and there's a little bit of water in there too. And yes, I'm hanging potatoes. You're saying low-carb meatloaf? Oops, I missed one. I got to grab it with my pit mitt right here. You're saying low-carb meatloaf with the potatoes? Hey, I'm not the one in the house on the low-carb diet, so yeah, I'm cooking some potatoes too. All right?
I reckon it's been on about an hour and a half. I've kind of lost track. But I want to stick this in there and see where we go. Looking for about 180 on that. And I think we still got some time. It's at 121 right now. Oh yeah, it's not ready yet. All right, one thing I've noticed, you can't really look at it in the can and see how well it's cooking like you can if it's in a meatloaf pan on the top. But you can see those drippings down there, and there's still some red dripping out of it. I just checked it, it's still around 140, and we're about 2 hours in right now, so it's taking longer than I thought it would. But it's cooking. You can definitely tell that it's cooking. So we're gonna just keep on going. Just like that right there. Okay, it's been over 4 hours. I'm ready to check this. That storm's gone and cleared. It's sunny outside. You can see the sun reflecting on the top of the barrel house. I left the bottom wide open. This is reading 300, so I know it's cooking at 350 or 300, 360 or so. Really, you should be cooking meatloaf in the oven at about 375 anyway. So when I cook it on the grill, I try to cook it between 350 and 400 anyhow. This thing is cooked a lot slower than I expected. As being at sea level, I open the thing up down at the bottom all the way during the storm to try to get the temperature up. The temperature has climbed up. Let's see what this meatloaf is looking like now. Like I said, been a little over 4 hours. I still see a lot of red in there. Dead nabbit. Let's see. Stick that right through there and see what we can see there. Can you see that? It is not done. It is not done. It's done down there. No, it's not. You know what I'm gonna do? Take these potatoes off and I'm gonna lower that down to a lower level. All right, I've taken a hook and I'm gonna hang it on the hook. Hang it down lower in the barrel like that. Maybe that'll keep the top part hotter and it cooking faster. All right, there it is. It's just at about the 160 mark. This took a little over 5 hours. A little over 5 hours to cook. I should have cooked it on the kettle grill. Be straight up honest. Appreciate Barrel House sending this to me. But the Barrel House is a slow smoker. Meatloaf can be baked at 350 for an hour and a half. So, but you saw how I packed it in there 5 hours ago. Let's see how it comes out. Would you look at that? Ooh, that bottom doesn't look done. Or it's not crusty because it was around that bottom. I think it is done. That's what that looks like there on the bottom. I better check that with the thermometer. I don't know how close that is to being done. Now 168, 177, yeah, it's done. It's just a lot juicier because it's right there on the bottom. 183, that's done. That's certainly done. That's for sure. This part's cracking apart. I'd like to slice it. Let's see what happens. All right, so yeah, that's done there. Oh, it's falling apart. Oh yeah, it's done. It's all gray. Let's cut it right through the center and see what happens. Yeah, it's done. It's done. Let's see if I can get a pretty slice. I should have put more eggs to bind it in. I didn't have the breadcrumbs. I used those pork rinds. So it's kind of falling apart. Let me serve it. Looks good though. Just took a long time. Let me serve it up. All right, the potatoes are a little cold now, not melting the butter. I'll get some, look at that, rats. Yep. You know what, this is my house. I'm just gonna do it like that. All right, let me turn around and we'll taste test it. All right, it took 5 hours, longer than I expected, but it looks beautiful. It's done. Got a smoke ring on it too. I don't know if y'all can see that. Y'all see that red smoke ring right there? Oh yeah. Saw it in the other shot. Go ahead and see. That's really good. Needs more salt. Should have added more salt. Wasn't enough salt in the ketchup and Tabasco mix and that barbecue sauce I put in there. Or in that rub that I put in it. A little bit more salt. I'm a salt guy. I don't know. Nothing hot sauce can't cure. I had ketchup with the Tabasco in it. Doesn't have enough Tabasco. Need some hot sauce.
Other than that, you can't tell that it's low carb. The pork rind thing works. Might even be giving a little bacon flavor. I don't know, it might be from the smoke. Got that hickory smoked charcoal. You can see I don't want to stop eating it, so. Hey, the barbecue can was fun to cook in. It did take a lot longer than I expected. I've changed shirts, got in a shower, cleaned up, don't even have a hat on. Got my hair out of place right there. But you know, I'm glad I did it. I'll do it again. I don't know if I'll do it in the smoker. I'll probably do it just on the kettle grill and get it done quicker. But I'm definitely cooking meatloaf in the can again. Low carb, no carb, whatever. I like that. That's pretty good. Y'all, I gotta eat. Thanks for watching. Really was hoping for an hour and a half cook, took 5 hours. Other than that, everything's great. Everything's great, other than the time it took me underestimating the time. Big Lou barbecue, enjoy the barbecue can. Well, I guess just 2 more things. Had to throw some hot sauce on it. Now it's really good. It was a little unsalted. So if you make that recipe or try something similar, add a little salt. Hot sauce. Little Cajun Creole season. It's good now. Real good. Big Lou barbecue.